Welcome to the channel. We're just a couple of empty nesters from Tennessee. Well, hey guys. I didn't know you all were hanging out in here. Let's go to sleep. Are you sleepy? A little bit. Who's Mama's doggy? Who's Mama's doggy? I love you. I miss you when I'm at work. I know. I wish I could stay home with you all day. I wish I could stay home with you all day. One day Mama will be retired. Welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're coming back again as a regular, welcome back. Today I will be showing you my favorite spaghetti dish. I grew up loving spaghetti. It's what I ordered everywhere we went. If they had spaghetti or chili, that's what I had. That has continued. Matter of fact, I'm probably overweight because of pasta. So there's that. But I do want to share a favorite type of spaghetti, and that is a meat sauce with Mizithra cheese. Spaghetti Factory serves it, and let's just go ahead and dive into it. Now, mainly what I did was just video what I was doing, and then I would stop and explain a few things. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you will try to fix the Mizithra spaghetti yourself. It really goes well. Mizithra cheese and brown butter, half and half with the meat sauce or even just tomato sauce. Usually Mizithra cheese can be found in gourmet cheese shops. Kroger has it, usually the bigger Krogers. You can always get it if you have a spaghetti factory near you. So enjoy and hope you try it. And if you do, let me know. Let me know what your favorite kind of spaghetti is. Like, how do you normally fix your spaghetti? Do you do it out of a jar, or do you kind of mix it up a little bit? What are your tricks for spaghetti? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. All right, here we go. All right, so this time I'm using some ground turkey. And so I just brown that and some chopped onions until the turkey is brown and the onions are translucent. Okay, so I added a couple of cans of tomato sauce, and I actually had two different kinds. So I just used whatever I had in my cabinet. And honestly, whenever I'm making spaghetti, that's kind of what I do. I need you to open my sauce.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, Dexter. What's Daddy got? All right. Yay.
He's got dinner.
I can continue on. Thank you. Okay, so I'm using Lucchini organic spicy Tuscan tomato with no sugar added. I always use some type of glass jar spaghetti sauce along with the cans of tomato sauce. And this is cheating, I know, but it's how I make it. And the way that I make it, it really seems like it's cooked all day long. All right, so here is where we're going to start building up the sauce to give it different layers of flavor. And it's really just as simple as adding some herbs and 4 different levels of taste. Remember, sweet, sour, heat, and salt. So we're going to start by adding a little bit of oregano. That's Italian, right? So every time I add something, I just stir it in really good before I start to add the next ingredient. Okay, so for my sweet, I'm going to add honey. And this one is a cinnamon honey. It has a little bit of heat to it. Also, I usually add some red pepper, not shown. And the sauce had a little bit of heat to it. I had a little bit of trouble getting this out because it was at the end of the jar and I was having to squeeze really hard. You'll also notice that I've not really added salt because I think we have enough salt in all the canned goods we're using. For the sour part of this recipe, I usually use some kind of vinegar. Usually it's balsamic vinegar. This time I decided to use a chili balsamic glaze. Also, it had heat in it. And then it's just really good to stir it up and let all the flavors kind of mix up together. I really don't let it simmer for very long either. I just let it get really hot and all mixed up. Okay, so if you like your sauce a little bit thicker, George does, I usually add a little bit of tomato paste and that will thicken it up a little bit. I'm going to put the top on while we make the brown butter and Mizithra part of this dish. Today I'm using Irish butter because this kind of butter is just really good. So we're going to let the butter go ahead and melt down and start to brown, and then we'll come back later and add our cheese. Right now we're going to go ahead and put some pepper in the spaghetti just to give it a little bit more peppery taste. And then we're going to go ahead and get our noodles started. So this spaghetti was part of my Thrive Market order. It's organic spaghetti, a product of Italy. And honestly, it really didn't make you feel as bloated as some of the enriched spaghetti that we have here in the US. I don't know what the difference is, but I really liked it. While I'm fixing my spaghetti, I'm actually watching a YouTube vlog. It's Em. She's in the UK, and sometimes she's really funny. She's really sweet. Pardon me, I have worked all day today. Got up at 4:20. This dish that I'm showing you tonight would be really good if you had a green bell pepper mixed in with it, or even maybe some spinach thrown in with it. Throw in your greens. Any way you can get in your greens would be a good thing. Often when I fix spaghetti, I throw in what I have. Sometimes instead of 2 cans of tomato sauce, I will throw in a can of diced tomatoes, and paste will kind of thicken it up a little bit. The main thing that I try to do is get a mix of salty, sweet, and sour. I believe that's it. Yeah, throw some kind of sugar substance in there. I like to use honey instead of sugar. I think there's enough salt in there. That's one of the elements. I think there's usually enough salt in all of the canned items that we use, so I usually don't add extra salt. Checking to make sure my water's boiling. It's being really slow right now. Always use balsamic vinegar. It just adds a layer of flavor like nothing else can. Oh my goodness. And if you are going to fix garlic bread, it's really good to have the butter and the garlic and then some balsamic vinegar glaze on top of that. Is just absolutely wonderful. So yeah. Let's see, what were the 4 elements? Salty, sweet, sour, and heat. Most of the time I use red pepper flakes, and we'll go ahead and put it in there when I'm sauteing the meat, and then add a little bit more when you're making your sauce. This is going to be so good. Today I'm making it with Mizithra cheese. So we're melting our butter, and we're going to brown our butter, and then we're going to throw in the Mizithra at the last minute, and we're going to have our plate with half of the spaghetti with the tomato sauce and the other half Mizithra cheese. And that is like my favorite meal in the world, except for maybe prime rib, but I think this wins over that. And that is my spaghetti. Okay, so the water is finally starting to boil, and then we'll put our noodles in. I don't know how you all do this. I always break mine up. Maybe you all like to slurp your noodles. I don't know. I like to cut mine, and I like to break them when I put them in. And I'm getting my strainer ready to go. I always like to have it ready. I thought I should point out that I have made enough for George and I tonight, and then also enough to freeze probably 3 or 4 meals for me to take to work. George usually doesn't take the spaghetti to work. I'm more of a spaghetti fan than he is. Anytime that I make spaghetti for us, I always make an extra huge batch just so I can take some to work. So I freeze them and then take them to work. I'm so excited for this meal. All right, back to browning the butter here. And then we're going to dump in our Mizithra cheese. You can also buy this in kind of a rounded block form. It doesn't have to be shredded. You can get it different ways. George actually just recently taught me how to do the browned butter in Mizithra. He always used to make this, and I wanted to learn how to make it. So here we are. You add a little bit of parsley to the butter, and here you can start to see where it's starting to brown up, and then you add in the Mizithra cheese. It has such a wonderful, wonderful taste. You're going to have to try this. Trust me. Okay, so then I drained the noodles, and here you have the final product. It's not exactly half and half. It's more like 2/3 and 1/3, but that's what we did. I didn't really make enough sauce to do it half and half. And let me tell you, this was wonderful, and I've already eaten all my leftovers by the time this video airs. Well, all right, there you have it. That is my favorite taste in the world. That's my favorite spaghetti dish, and it has an awesome taste, and I look forward to it every time we have it. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you come back and see me next time. Don't forget to subscribe or give me a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. And leave me a comment. Let me know how you like your spaghetti. And if you have any special tricks that you'd like to share with us, maybe you have a special ingredient. Sometimes I like to put spinach in mine. Have a great week, and I'll see you again when we return next time. Bye-bye.